Hi, Healing Strengths family. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. If this is your very first time, welcome, 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 welcome. This is Healing Strengths podcast where we talk about faith, healing, discovery, identity, hope, and love. My name is Akimade Victoria Aduragbemi. We are going to continue on the topic, the things that I learned in the year 2023. Trust me, I hope you've been blessed from the first part, and you will also be blessed in this second part of the video or of the topic. Let me start like this. For us to have this ministry called Healing Strengths podcast, I was blessed with the ministry and with the gift of somebody who was supportive. Like my husband was supportive. So it's for you to know that if I had not had, and I'm going back to relationship now, like the gift of me, if I didn't have a good rapport with him, and there's this Egmo Aburo kind of relationship, and if I was not always there for him, always like okay, do this, always checking up on him, like always reaching out to him and always being there. And the moment I told him that, oh, this is what I plan to do this year and I would love it to be part of my team, I told him, go and pray. I didn't come with the fact that, oh, you must do it. No, just said, just go and pray about it. But I feel that you should be part of my team. And he prayed and came back. And for us to have what we have now, thanks to the relationship I have had with him. So don't just throw relationships away. Don't just feel like relationship is not important. It is very much important. Very, 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 very important. Another thing I learned in the year 2023 is importance of planning. Importance of planning. I told you about vision board, and I had to write down all those things that I needed to do the month I wanted to do those things, and I had a strategic plan for all those things. Another thing I learned with the planning is that my coach will tell you that what do you want to become at the end of each month. Write it down and put them on your either mirror, anywhere you want to place them. Just make sure that you ensure that it is in a place where you can see them or see it every day. Like, have a plan, write it out, put it on your mirror, put it on your wall, put anywhere you want, anywhere and everywhere you can imagine, put it there, and really it really works. To the extent that I put my sticky notes on my mirror. If I have to get something, maybe I need to buy something or I need to do some things, I put them, because mirror, either I like it or not, I'm gonna check myself out every day, and I need my mirror. So if I'm saying it, oh Lord, and every time I just place my hand on those plans and those things that, Lord, I need to do this thing. I ask for your provision. I ask for resources. I begin to pray, and I just hold my vision board. This is what I need to do, Lord, help me. And trust me, 80% of everything I wrote down, 80% of everything I wrote down in the year 2023, I was able to do them. Even the ones that I thought that were impossible, it got to a stage where I was seeking God's face for provision, because my laptop I was seeking God's face for like provision, and in my mind I was like, this thing is impossible, my dear, don't think about it. And my phone got spoiled, but I wrote them on my vision board that I wanted to get it for the year. Well, I kept on praying, I kept on seeking God's face, not because I was nagging anybody, because it's the only one that can provide. And I knew that all of my help comes from the Lord. And that is why you need to understand, as much as you make plans, planning is very good, but at the same time you also need to also pray about all that you have planned. You have to pray for strength to carry out the plan. You have to pray that God will make a way, even as much as you make that plan, because anything can happen any day. Anything can happen any day. I can remember that when my phone got spoiled, it was on a Sunday morning. And I needed to upload the daily codes on our platforms, and I was like, how am I going to do this? My phone is spoiled and it had no repair, so I had no phone to do anything, and I had to start borrowing phone. Please help me do the through email. I had to start sending, I cannot be available, I cannot do the things like that. And I was so, you can see the unforeseen circumstance. I did not like that my phone will spoil at the beginning of the year. So you can see the unforeseen circumstance that happened. That is why you need to pray to God. Pray to God that as much as you make your plans, that it will make that anything that it will come to pass, that God will make a way, God will pave way for you, God will make things fall in line. It is very important for you to do that. Things like that are very salient in your work or your journey to becoming. You need to pray that everything fall in line. Financial provision, anything that you need, and all that is required of you to make that plan come to pass. Pray to God, place them at the feet of the Father, and trust me, it is good. They are going to come to pass. But the first thing is that make a plan. If you have not made a plan for this year, it is not too late. Make a plan. Then as you enter each month, what are those things that you need to do to make that overall plan that you have made come to pass? Do you understand what I'm saying? I told you that before I wrote my book, in the last in the first part, I said that before I wrote my book, I told you the process I had to go through. My laptop was spoiled, and I had to start writing in a journal, and I had to break down the process of so I had okay, for 4 weeks I was going to do all that is required of me, and I think for 2 or 3 weeks I wrote the whole book. So the remaining weeks was for okay, you have to do this, you have to do that, reach out to my designer, my graphic designer, and those were, but the main thing was writing the book. And even when I had writer's block, I was still ensuring that you cannot. And another thing, because it is my story, I had to seek the help of my family. Do you remember what happened? Because they were also part of the story. So thankfully, so whenever I'm doing it, okay, what do you remember? I point it out, I write it down, I point it out, I write it down. Even when I had typed the whole book, they had to start reminding me and all those things. So that's, as much as you have a plan, ensure that you involve people in your plan. Make a plan. Okay, for this month, what are those things that I need to do in order to achieve this overall plan? And trust me, by the time you do those things, they will help you. I know that some of you will be wondering that how faith, healing, discovery, identity, open and love, how does it relate? I'm sure that you are going to pick something. There's something about faith that I have said in this video. And there's something about love that I've said in this video, and there's something about hope that I've said in this video. If you really watch it, and if you can really pinpoint those points, and you'll be able to get something out of it. Another thing I learned is the power. Something like this. Let me do like this. There's the power of community. Wow. Like I said in the first part, that I joined a community owned by a friend. I joined the community. It is Singles and Intentionally Waiting Community. But you might think that it's for singles. The resources that we are exposed to is more than you are not married, what to do in your marriage. In fact, majority of the things we talk about is learning to be whole on your own, even before you go into that marriage, that marriage miracle, learning to be old, finding purpose in yourself. If you want to join the community, just reach out to me in the link below. Just reach out to me in the link below now. It's a powerful community. We understand wholeness. And I joined the community and I met wonderful people. I am somebody that I do not force relationships. I will greet you, but after greeting you, that's all. But I learned that you have to build relationships with people. I had to like build relationship with people, even though I've never seen them before. But our voice, in fact, we shall hear our voice. We know our voices, and we rub minds together, and those things. I met people, learned from people, and one of those things that built me up in the year 2023 was that community, the resources that were shared, and that community challenged me to be a better version of myself. Sometimes when I read some people's review and I'm like, wow, like look at the way this person expanded just this small thing. Look at the way this person just made it big for him or herself. And it's so powerful, the power of community, the community that will help you. Join a community. I just told you a community now. Join a community that will help you grow, that will help you become a better version of yourself. And that will lead me to the next point, that I understood the importance of growth. I knew that for me to get to where God is taking me to, I needed to grow. I cannot say that I want to become great without growing. So I understood the importance of growth. I understood that I needed to grow, and I needed people to help me grow. I needed to be accountable to somebody for me to grow. I needed to strategize for me to grow. I needed to make plans for myself, because it is my life at the end of the day. They will help you, but if you don't help yourself, then that's your business. So I learned the power of community. And finally, I learned something. I learned never to give up. I learned never to give up on myself. I learned never to give up on God. I learned to always keep pushing. Never. I know a lot of things are happening. A lot of things that are happening to make us feel like there's no essence, and you might want to give up. I can remember one of those days during the belief challenge. I was working on my student script, and I just heard the bad news. And earlier earlier that week, I don't know, I was just prompted in my spirit to make like a whole week's video. And I was just recovering from a sickness, so thankful. I think the stress of because we had that belief challenge for 25 days. No, was it 25 days or 20? Yeah, 20 days rather, 5th to 25th. And the stress was getting to me. For somebody that is new to YouTube, so I was trying to keep up and just follow those things that I learned from my coach, and I was stressed out. I was just recovering and trying to, and I just ate it, and I felt like, is this how life is? And at that point, I was frustrated because of the number of listeners, the number of people that were listening to our podcast. The audio podcast was dropping. The first time it was over 50 people till it became 60 people. The second time, I think 20 something people or 30 something people, and it was dropping, and I felt like I didn't feel like, I'm being real with you now, so I want you to really take what I'm saying to heart. I felt frustrated. I felt like giving up. I felt like there's no essence to all of this. That was not the essence in which I'm doing all this, when people are not watching, when people are not listening. And there was only a particular time that I said I was not going to upload an audio, and I did not. Like, it was like I was rebelling. And one thing that and I shared with a group of people, and I was talking with them, a group of people that we pray together, and I was like, I was at that point where I was tired, I was frustrated, I wanted to give up. And one thing the person said is that, I see you, I see all that you do. In fact, I see your consistency. And I'm like, I'm about to give up, my dear sister. And she was like, you should not give up. That you are not doing this because of the views or because you want people to listen to you, but because there is somebody out there that is going to be blessed. People might not download, they might have gotten it through somebody, but they are going to be blessed through it. And after that, what that person said, okay, I think I'm going to do that. Someone else to say that don't be about the views, don't pressure yourself about the views, about the people that are listening. People are listening, they're not just, I had like a one-on-one conversation with my friend, and she was telling me, like, and she told me, why don't you strategize, why don't you, like, she was giving me tips, and for I even had to record, like, it was like 1 hour plus conversation, and everything was making sense, and I had to re-strategize, call my assistant, and oh, this is what we are going to do. And the Holy Spirit also prompted me that you're not doing this because you want to be known. At that moment, God was using a lot of, I might just go online, and God was using a lot of people, a lot of things to just minister to me that don't give up. You don't have to give up. Keep doing it. And when some people started coming to my, like, I listen to your, like, somebody in church was like, I listen to your podcast. I'm like, I say, you listen to my podcast? Say yes, I listen to. I said, and I have been blessed through your podcast. And I was like, wow. And I think at that moment, God knew that I needed an encouragement. And people saying that I see you, I listen to the podcast. I'm like, wow, woo. And I'm like, so I had to put up anything that would make me want to give up. Like, I had to switch to my personal account on YouTube. So all I do is just upload and switch to my watch whatever I've uploaded, switch to my personal account. Is that I watch on my personal account for me to be able to know, okay, what are the things I need to correct, what are the things I shouldn't do, what are the things that I needed to improve on. And that was what helped me. And then lastly, the power of thanksgiving. One thing that the Holy Spirit kept on telling me was like, give thanks. And trust me, the way Thanksgiving thoughts in our body, it's going to open our eyes to certain things. It's going to open our eyes to how God is faithful. Towards the end of 2023, there was this joy that was filling my heart, that I am not of them that give up. God has been faithful. I was just looking back. I published my second book, sharing my story of my journey to healing on a podcast, being a source of blessing to people. It is a privilege. It is not a right at all. The power of community, all these things that I've mentioned to you made me grateful to God. That wow, I am grateful to you, oh God. So in this year 2024, please, ensure that you maintain that habit, that lifestyle of giving thanks to God. Thanksgiving is powerful. Thanksgiving is very important. In fact, the moment, the way I was just dancing, I was like, what is wrong? I said, I am the one that knows what is happening in me. I didn't know what was. In fact, there was a time that I was telling myself that I don't even know what is happening. I just did dance, I just did sing. Letting it happen, saying it's joy, it's the joy of the Lord, and it's just the joy of the Lord that is just filling me up. It's the joy of the Lord it was the joy of the Lord that was strengthening me, and it's still strengthening me. So maintain that habit of thanksgiving. If you have not learned anything, with all I've said, with all this, please. So I am sure that all I've said will help you, and we give you direction on what to do and what not to do. If it is a skill you need to learn, start. What are those things that you need? Invest in yourself. Invest in books, listen to podcasts, to messages, listen to great minds, listen to great people. They will help you. This is another point I just said now. They will help you. They will move you forward. You will learn, you will unlearn, and there's going to be a switch and a sweet change in you. Invest in yourself. If it is books that you need to read books. That's one thing my community does. They help me to read powerful books, read books. Listen, and don't just read them. Have a journal where you jot down the things that you have learned. I like them. If you really want to move ahead from where you are, you need all these things for you to discover yourself. If you are not listening to messages, listening to great people, if you are not reading books on discovery, if you are not studying the word of God to know who God has made you, to know God's image, how are you going to progress? Please invest in yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of your skin. Take care of everything. Take care of your body. Take care of your health in this year. See, this body is the temple of the Lord, and for you to fulfill the purpose of God for your life, you need to take care of yourself. You need to invest in yourself. And trust me, at the end of the year 2024, you are going to look back, and you are going to see how far God has brought you. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Please do well to like, to share, and to subscribe. Please do well to comment. I want to, what is that thing that you are planning to do? What is that thing you are planning to do this year? Come and tell me. I want to know. And are you really going to start planning? Are you going to create a vision board? Who is that person that you are going to make your accountability partner? Comment. I want you to comment. What is that thing you plan to do and you are going to do it? Don't worry, I can be your accountability partner. I will always be on your neck. And if you want to reach out to me personally, my WhatsApp link is in the description below. Please do well to follow every of our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And please listen to our audio podcast. You don't need to go far to look for the link. The link is in the description. The links are in the description below on any platform you want. The links are in the description below. Please, I want your comments. What is that thing you plan to do? What is that thing you are about to give up on? And you now see that there is no reason why you should give up on that, because you know that God's got your back. God is on your side. God is going to do great things through you. If you need an accountability partner, reach out to me. And if you would love to join Singles and Intentionally Waiting community, reach out to me. I am the one you will reach out to. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.